So I was a scout as a kid, and these days that my kids are scouts, I volunteer with a local scout troop in Lancaster. And so when I was a kid, our troop went to different scout camps in the area where I grew up in Washington State. One was on Hood's Canal, where I did sailing merit badge, and another was in the Cascade Mountains, where I went on a horse trek overnight. And there were lots of great camps, but they were your typical summer camp. And you stay in a cabin for a week and you earn merit badges and do all that great scout stuff. And my kids have been doing similar things at Camp Horseshoe down in Maryland, where our troop has a tradition of going every year. And the troop also has a habit of going out to New Mexico every 2 or 3 years at the Philmont Scout Reservation, which is summer camp taken tenfold, infinity and beyond. So my older boy had signed up for doing that in 2020, and we all know why that got canceled. And I'd been thinking, yeah, I should probably get into shape and be able to do some of those things and backpacking out in Philmont, but maybe I'll do that later. And I wanted to participate more in the troop. They have a bus and they need dads who have their CDL to drive the bus. And I was thinking, wow, when I have some time, I'll get on that. And then it came on 21, and it turned out that they didn't have enough dads anymore. The two that were going to go, their kids decided not to go for whatever reason this past July, and they needed a third dad to actually do the driving on the bus. So I thought, okay, well, I need to step up and help out. And I got my CDL, which is quite an epic adventure in its own, that I won't really go into details with that. Let's just say I really love scouting. Everyone helps each other, and our group is a good one. And I was kind of thinking I need to exercise a bit more, maybe try a jog around the block here. I weighed a good almost 210 pounds, and being 5'8", that's way too much, particularly if you want to carry a backpack for 80 miles. And then in December, I got really kind of one of the harshest reality checks a person can get. My father passed away. And that was a heart attack. That he didn't exercise, and he was really overweight and not really treating himself very well. And he had a heart attack and a stroke, and passed away at the end of December last year. And that kind of gave me also another spur, like, well, I really need to pay attention. Time is now, not later, to take care of my body, so it'll take care of me. 52, and I want to go on this hike. And so I actually signed up for a plan. It doesn't matter which one. Paid the money, ate the food out of the box, that kind of stuff. And I lost 35 pounds. And I remember when I was a senior in high school, my dad hadn't gone on many scout trips with us, but he knew that I was kind of finishing up the scout stuff. And there was this one really cool trip that was a big 3-day weekend. And he came along with us and drove his pickup truck and hauled a bunch of stuff and went hiking around in the woods. And that was a fantastic trip. It was just 3 days, but it really stuck with me. He was right to do that. And so I had that in mind, that, yeah, it'd be important to go to this trip with my son. And, he's graduating from high school and getting out there, and before I know it, he'll be gone. But hopefully we'll have that thing in common. And so the Philmont is a backpacking trip, but you're not just wandering around in the woods. You hike into a camp, and then you can do things like cowboy action shooting and blacksmithing. And they had this thing where they were building railroads. So the kids were swinging the hammers and driving spikes. And there's another one where it was like ropes, learn a bit of science with pulleys and mechanical advantage and how to rescue people. And also a game with like trying to pull each other off of short rocks. They're just a couple inches off the ground, but if you can pull the other guy off the rock, then you win. And all kinds of other really fun stuff. There was also musket shooting in another camp. And ropes course, of course, obstacles and things. And so you'd hike for like 6 or 8 miles, and then you go into this camp, you do fun, like scout camp kind of stuff. And then you'd hike on. And our troop's pretty adventurous. And so that also included going up the summit of Mount Baldy, which is 12,000. And I had put in the time and the effort, and we got up to the summit of Mount Baldy. And I felt pretty good. Actually, I thought it was going to nearly kill me. But when I got up there, I'm like, wow, I don't feel so bad. And a lot of the kids were calling their moms and their dads because we got a signal up there. And I was thinking about how I couldn't really do that because my mom and my dad had passed away. And I was using my dad's trekking poles. And, I just hoped that he, looking down, was proud of me. That's really kind of what everybody wants. You really just want your parents to be proud of you. And I was certainly proud of my boy on that trip. He didn't just pull his own weight. He also helped out some of the younger scouts. And if you have a chance, the BSA is now open to girls. So I really recommend. I think scouting is the best organization on the planet. It is worldwide. Get into it. It's into the woods, but it's about the nature and it's about the people. And so that was my summer camp experience this July 2021.